I'm not even joking. I actually used this lens to shoot a project that cost $180,000. No, I thought that it would be nice if I can put this yellow paper behind me and so it looks like a full yellow background, and it turned out that it is not big enough. So you see the black tapes here? Yeah. Okay, so today I'm gonna be talking about a lens that I've been using for both professionally and casually for almost 2 years now already. And that is the Sigma 30mm f1.4 DCDN. And actually I'm using it right now. It is paired with the Sony Alpha 6600. Now before I begin, I want to let you guys know where I'm coming from, okay? Because besides the fact that everyone has their own preference on everything, there also needs to be a scenario for every type of equipment. Now for example, you cannot use a cinema lens on a family vlog. I mean, you can if you want to, but you get what I mean. That's why before I say anything about this amazing lens, it is really important to know where I'm coming from, okay? So first of all, I work a lot as a cinematographer and photographer. And whenever I need to shoot these big expensive projects, I tend to rent both lens and cameras. One of the main reasons is because these camera companies and gear companies, they keep on upgrading their things every single minute. You know, you buy a new product, 2 minutes later is ancient. So instead of keep on trying to catch up with them, I just decide to rent them. So I always get to use the newest ones. Other than that, if the project is cheap and flexible, I always use this lens with this camera. Maybe sometimes I'll get the zoom lens, it really depends, but most of the times I always use this set that I'm using right now. So you get my point right now. Whenever I need to do these high tier, high-end projects, I just rent everything. And below my standard, everything that I think is enough with this camera, this lens, I use them. So this is basically my professional relationship with this lens. I use it not all of the time, you know, but I do use it. Now, casually, I use it like 80-90% of the time. You can see the street photographies that I took. I upload them on Instagram, you can check them out. Or a video that I made, a POV street photography video that I went to a spooky street. All of the pictures that I took in that video was with this lens. Now comes to my opinion on this lens. I am very comfortable with this lens. Nothing about this lens bothers me. That's how would I describe this lens. And this lens is almost invisible to me. And by that I mean it doesn't do anything wrong. It's very sharp. The autofocus is very quick and the image quality is really good. But it's like nothing so spectacular to the point that I would like say, oh my gosh, this lens is amazing. But at the same time, it is good to the point that it doesn't do anything bad. So I would rate it like it's kind of above standard, I would say. Yeah, I would say this is above standard. The reason why I find it invisible is because I used it at the perfect situation where it just fits perfectly, you know, like street photography, small projects. It has a very fast aperture, 1.4, which is amazing at my favorite environment, which is low light situation. And so I think for any amateurs out there, this is like the perfect lens that you can get. You know, I'm even using it professionally, so there you go. Now I believe that there are two main things that people are mostly concerned about, which is the price and the focal length. Now first, the price. If you find it on Amazon, you'll probably find it for around $270. For that price, the cost performance value is just way up there. Don't worry about the price, it's worth it. As long as you have the budget, get it. Now please don't compare this lens with those $3,000 cinema lens, okay? This is a small lens for a small camera. You don't shoot Hollywood movie with this lens. However, I did use this lens and this camera to shoot certain B-rolls for a project that cost $180,000. So that was the B cam though. If you're curious, the A cam was the BMPCC 6K. Now some of you might wonder, oh, you have $180,000. Why don't you rent a Red or an Arri Alexa? Well, it wasn't up to me. First of all, the company wanted to save money on this project. Second of all, the Asian mentality is the bigger the project, the less money we spend. And that's how you make money, okay? So you can cheat on people. So yeah, back to the topic. The second thing people worried about the most is the focal length. And for a lot of people, they only have enough money to buy one single length. And so if focal length is your main concern, I would suggest you another lens, which is the Sigma 16mm f1.4 DCDN. It basically performs the exact same way this lens does, but it has a wider range of view. So right now, for example, I'm shooting on the 30mm. If I want to move around, actually I cannot move too much. This is actually already quite tight, but if you want to vlog and you want to hold the camera, I cannot reach it, you know. Maybe it's because my arm is too short. No, actually, if I can reach it, I'll probably look like a chimpanzee. So the reason why I got this lens is it wasn't meant for YouTube. That's why, you know, it didn't really bother me. But for a lot of people, if you want to shoot YouTube videos, you want to get, you know, travel stuff, get a 16. And that's the only time when I would suggest you to get the 16. And actually the 16mm one is probably gonna be the next lens that I buy, because you can also shoot street photography with it, but you can, you know, vlog at the same time. I think it's gonna be very versatile. Pretty excited about it. But anyways, if I got it, I'm gonna make a video about it. So yeah, I've been using this for almost 2 years now already. I've used it professionally and casually. 80-90% of the time this lens is on my camera. And I actually made a video about the benefit of using only one single lens all the time. You can check that video on maybe in the description, I don't know. And so yeah, if you're full on casual photo shoot, this lens is a no-brainer. And if you're a low budget, you know, commercial photographer, videographer, this one works really well as well. So yeah, that's about it with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.